What's up, guys? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks for the UEFA Champions League on Tuesday, April 9th. Well, guys, we had one free pick on Monday, and it was a win. Inter Milan has beaten Udinese 2-1 on the road. We had them to win and over 2.5 goals. It was uh, a bit of a nerve-wracking game. That is, it was 1-0 at halftime for Udinese, and then Inter scored an equalizer, and then in the 93rd minute or something like that, they scored a winner for 2-1. But it was a win after all, and we move on to Tuesday. In the Champions League on Tuesday, we have two great games on the schedule, and I honestly am not sure which one to watch. So the solution is simple in my mind. I'm gonna watch both at the same time. So that's gonna be my afternoon. Uh, Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, Real Madrid versus Manchester City, two outstanding games with four outstanding teams, and it should be a fun afternoon in the Champions League. For more free picks, of course, go up to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check it out, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And of course, for my best bets, click the link in the description. That will get you up to my page where you can sign up, get a daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or even a month-long pass if that's something you want to do. I had three premium picks on Monday, and all three lost. It was a classic case of Mondays. Bromby got a 1-1 draw at home. Zero goals in Portugal, and then we had that game in the Eerste Divisie in the Netherlands, which ended in a 1-1 draw. We had Willem 2 to win and over 2.5 goals. So, like I said, a classic case of Mondays. I will probably make out a five pack out of these two games for Tuesday. So make sure you sign up, guys. Get a daily pass, like I said, or get a 3-day pass, which will get you covered Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for all of the European games that we have on the schedule. Let's get the show on the road, guys. The first game, Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Like I said, should be a great game. Arsenal is actually a pretty hefty favorite at home at minus 128. And I do understand why they're the favorites because Bayern is now on a two-game losing streak. But then again, you have to ask yourself, how long will this losing streak last for Bayern Munich? Uh, they have conceded 5 goals, so they don't have any problems conceding goals. That is, while Arsenal hasn't conceded a goal in any of their last three games, and they're definitely due for some defensive mistakes. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen against Bayern Munich. I got to be honest about it. This is still a very, very stacked team, despite a few missing players like Manuel Neuer, who is still listed as questionable. Kingsley Coman is listed as questionable. Pavlovic is listed as questionable. As Sane is listed as questionable. I honestly haven't read any newspapers, so I'm not sure who's traveling with the team, who's not. But I think it's pretty safe to wager that Sane will be in the lineup and Pavlovic as well. And as far as Neuer goes, I think that he might skip this one too. Uh, Arsenal has only one injured player, and that's Timber, who has been out for a while now. Apart from him, everybody else is healthy. Everybody else is playing in a pretty solid form. Even Bukayo Saka got a goal. Havertz got a goal as well. We know that Trossard is very, very dangerous on that left-hand side, and I see him listed as the starting player in the possible lineups, but I think that Martinelli might actually be the one up on that left-hand side. Their midfield is probably, I would say, that their strongest point with Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Martin Odegaard. Then defensively, they have been more than solid, and David Raya has been pretty solid on goal as well. But like I said, I think that they are due for uh, a bit of a shaky defensive performance, and that's not going to fly against Bayern Munich, who has Harry Kane, Jamal Musiala, Thomas Müller, Serge Gnabry, and a bunch of other players up front who are definitely hungry right now. They are losing in the Bundesliga. They will not win the title there. They got knocked out of the DFB Pokal, which means that the Champions League is the only trophy they have left to play for. So I think it's going to be a fun one. I think that both teams will try to get a nice result from the first leg, but I honestly think we are going to see goals in this one. So both teams to score in over 2.5 at plus 102. That's gonna be my pick for this one. And then of course I might even look at the player props like Harry Kane shots on target, uh, which is actually quite heavily priced. It's plus 245 for him to get two shots on target, and honestly might even put a whole unit on that one as well. And the second game is between Real Madrid and Manchester City, a game that should be very entertaining one. And these two teams actually played a lot of games over the last few years. So going back to 2020, uh, so since 2020 until now, these teams have played six games against each other. We have seen both teams to score in five of those six games, and only one was goalless for one team, and that was a 4-0 win for Manchester City last year in the Champions League. I believe semifinals was that. And I think this is going to be another highly entertaining game. Each of those six games that these two teams played over the last few years, we have seen at least 10 shots or more. And when we look at the injury list right now, I know that Guardiol, Walker, and Ake haven't even traveled with the team to Madrid, so they will be out of lineup here. But this is still a team that has De Bruyne, that has Haaland. Phil Foden has been playing in excellent form. Uh, Probably Ruben Diaz and Joe Stones will be leading that defensive line. And I would say probably the most vulnerable part of Manchester City's defense is that right hand side where I see Rico Lewis listed as the fullback, but we'll see what's going to happen before the game time. Real Madrid, as usual, very, very solid team, quite experienced, a lot of great players in that lineup, starting with Jude Bellingham, who's been having an outstanding season. Rodrigo has been waking up as of late as well. Vinicius Jr., ah, I mean, he's been, I would say, hit or miss so far this season. He's going to play two games really well, and then he's going to disappear for another four games or so. Uh, Camavinga, Kroos, and Valverde are listed here in the possible lineups as the midfield three, and then Rudiger, Tchouaméni are two central defenders. And as good as Tchouaméni is, and he is a great, fantastic player, I think that he will have a lot of problems fighting with Haaland here in this game. I know that Haaland hasn't been at his best, but he's still probably one of the best strikers in the world, probably the top three strikers in the world right now. So I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to be a fairly even matchup. Manchester City will probably dominate the possession a little bit, and I do expect them to create the most of the chances here. But you can never write off Real Madrid, and they are a very, very dangerous team, and I'm sure they will contribute here in this game as well. They are the home team after all. So with all that in mind, guys, I'm gonna take over 9.5 shots on target combined minus 115. I think that's a great price, and I do like it a lot. Like I said, in each of the last six games between these two teams, we have seen at least 10 shots on target, and in some games, quite a few more as well. So, Real Madrid versus Manchester City over 9.5 shots on target at minus 115. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. These were two free picks for the Champions League on Tuesday. Stay tuned for more free picks for the Champions League on Wednesday, and then more free picks from the Europa League and the Conference League on Thursday. So that's it, everyone. Good luck with all of your bets. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.